Om Shanti Shanti. Om Sadashivasamārambhāṃ Shankarācārya-madhyamāṃ Asmadācārya-paryantāṃ Vande Guruparampārāṃ. Om Namaste Astu Bhagavan Vishveshwarāya Mahādevāya Trambakāya Tripurantakāya Trikāgnikālāya Kālāgnirudraya Nīlakanthāya Mrityunjayāya Sarveshwarāya Sadashivāya Śrīman Mahādevāya Namaha. ॐ समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। Hरि Om, salutations to all. Today is the first Monday of the Shravan month. Sombar is very dear to Bhagwan Shiva, is the day when Bhagwan Shiva is worshipped specifically. And so today we will also start the study of the Ardhanarishwara stotram. So Ardhanarishwara, the word Ardha, Nari, Ishvara, three parts. Ardha is half. Nari here is symbolic of the feminine part, and Ishvara is symbolic of Bhagwan Shiva. So Shakti and Shiva, half half. That is called Ardhanarishwara. So this Ardhanarishwara Rupa Bhagwan is very deeply symbolic when we take into account the creation. Creation is not possible by either one alone. At the moment when we are identified with the body, we see the creation is real. Then what is the source of creation? That is what the enquiry is. Any thinking mind will have that question, that from where this creation came. What is the cause? Even scientists and everybody is asking that only. They are searching what is the root cause, what is the main cause, how did creation happen, what is the process, what is the source. And so different people from time immemorial have been inquiring into the cause, and each one comes up with some or other discovery, their own findings, their own theories. Someone says matter alone is the cause. So traditional physics will speak about that, and then matter, and then energy. And some people will say that it is nature, prakriti. Different groups give different thought processes. But we have to understand two important aspects. When we look at the whole creation, we see two aspects. One aspect is that there is certain level of inertness. That is one aspect. And then there's a certain level of where we see the expression of life, consciousness, response. Both these are integrated, they are integral part of the Srishti. It is not either one. And so when we trace back the cause cannot be only inert matter. Inert matter cannot come together, form the laws, and so many intelligent things happening in the universe is not happening just like that. There is a cause and effect relationship. There is a certain um, reasoning, or there is a certain intelligent thought process which is also there. And that's why our Puja Gurudev Swami Chinmayananji used to say that the universe is not a chaos, it is a cosmos. In what sense? That there is a rhythm here. There is a certain uh, laws which are governing the whole Srishti, external laws, internal laws, and even science discovers that. Whatever we say, law of actions, law of, three laws of Newton, then law of gravity and electromagnetism, and so many different laws science discovers. And Vedanta says that if there is a law, there has to be a lawmaker who's an intelligent entity. So, matter by itself does not bring forth the whole creation. And consciousness is infinite, non dual, beyond space time causation. In that, there is no creation, there is no duality. When both these come together, consciousness, we say in Vedanta, the power of consciousness or Brahman is Maya. Maya and Brahman, please remember, they don't have gender. They both are beyond gender. Nameless, formless, attributeless is supreme consciousness, Brahman, and its power, Maya, which has three gunas, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. That's the nature of Maya. Sattva is peace, quietude, balance, happiness, knowledge, all that. Then Rajoguna is activity, ambition, goals, achievement, dynamism, work. That is Rajoguna. Tamoguna is ignorance, laziness, lethargy, procrastination, carelessness. These three gunas also we see the play in the whole Srishti. Because what is in the cause will appear in the effect. If the cause Maya is of the nature of three gunas, the effect also will have three gunas. And so, in fact, we infer the gunas by their expression. We can't even know the actual gunas because this is the effect. The BMI is the effect of the three gunas. And then looking at the whole creation, creation also is an effect of three gunas. So we only infer, oh, that must be in the cause because it is in the effect. Like you see the pot, and then we infer, okay, the cause of this is the mud because mud pervades the pot. Same way, Maya has three gunas. And so Brahman and Maya both are beyond gender. Now, very difficult to conceptualize that for a mind which is requiring a form. And hence we find that this principle that Brahman alone cannot create, Maya alone will not be able to create. Brahman using the power of Maya becomes Ishvara and the cause of the creation. Brahman is the enlivening factor and Maya is the material cause. The intelligent cause, material cause. Brahman actually, if you say, is not even the intelligent cause because there is no Srishti in Brahman. But if we are thinking that Srishti is there and it is real, then of course, then Brahman only is the ultimate cause. And using the power of Maya, Brahman becomes Ishvara. Then that Ishvara is the Nimitta Karan, and then Maya brings forth the five elements, and then they go through permutation and combination, and the Srishti happens. So the whole Srishti is a combination of these two consciousness, enlivening, matter. Matter and energy are two varieties of the same thing. They are changing, modifying, perishing, perishable. Brahman or consciousness, imperishable. Maya also is a power of Brahman only. So Maya by itself is also imperishable. Srishti happens, sthiti happens, and samhara happens by this power. So we should remember these two are then depicted when Bhagwan takes the Ardhanarishwara Rupa. Half male, half female. And today, if we go by science, we understand now every single person is a combination of that. 50% of the genes come from the mother, 50% come from the father. X and X chromosomes, they will combine, then girl. X and Y, then boy. So from the mother only X will come. From the father, X can come or Y can come. So again, each of us is like that. We should not think Ardhanarishwara literally means half man and half woman in that sense biologically. Yes, in a picture form it is depicted in a certain way, but what it means is each one is a combination. Again, I am saying to understand this scientifically, if I am saying X and Y, it is matter level only. It is not consciousness enlivening matter. In that, it is not that, you know, Shiva represents actually consciousness, Shakti represents the matter. So, X and Y in that sense is matter only, or X and X is matter only. But there the indication is consciousness obviously is enlivening the body, otherwise this will be dead. So, the reason I gave that analogy is to say that each one, if we think Ardhanarishwara is some kind of a weird form, it is not. In each of us, there is matter and enlivened by consciousness. And that matter has the gender. Brahman doesn't have gender, Maya doesn't have gender. That matter has gender. So then one has male, female. And because we are identified with the body and male and female, so then there is a form of Bhagavan Shiva, which is Ardhanarishwara, where we see male and female. We should remember, Bhagavan Shiva is infinite and his Shakti also is infinite. They are not limited by any male form or a female form. That is for you and I to connect also. And then in whichever way we connect with Bhagavan, Bhagavan manifests in that form. And these forms also specifically the Puranas will speak about these forms. The Brihadaranyaka Upanishad also speaks about this, where the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says that Atma was one and then decided to become many. So it as though appeared into two, the male and the female aspect, and then the creation happened. So those are explanations given for us to understand the Srishti. The point here is to understand that Shiva and Shakti, they represent Purusha and Prakriti. Purusha is consciousness, Prakriti is the matter. And Purusha is an enlivening Prakriti, and with the help of Prakriti only Purusha can create. And with the help of Purusha only Prakriti will be able to function. Without enlivening of Purusha, Prakriti cannot function. So both these will go hand in hand. The Purusha and Prakriti principle. And what is the deeper meaning of this? We who are identified at the moment with Purusha, with Prakriti, must, with the help of Prakriti, go beyond Prakriti to realize Purusha. So, with the grace of Shakti, we come to realize the Shiva Tattva. From Tamas to Rajas to Sattva, beyond. Sattva, Rajas, Tamas is Prakriti. Beyond that is Purusha. So, when we pray to Ardhanarishwara Rupa, we are praying to both Shiva and Shakti. They are embodiments of Ishvara himself. So, we are praying to Ishvara. In their true nature, both are infinite. Both, I am saying, because of language limitation. Otherwise, the sun and the sunlight are same. There is no difference. Same way, the consciousness and its power, Brahman and its power are one. They are not two different separate entities. Like how if you are sitting and listening right now, you and the listening power is not separate from you. The locus is you. Any Shakti will have a locus, foundation. It doesn't exist independent. And so there is oneness. But understanding as two, because there are both required for creation. So when we are praying to Bhagavan, Ardhanarishwara, it is the form that we are worshipping of Ishvara, who is depicting this principle that both are very important and you have to rise from Prakriti to Purusha to realize the absolute truth. Now, as a form, Shankaracharya ji describes in the Ardhanarishwara stotram the beautiful form. There are different legends. So there are Ardhanarishwara stotram has 8 verses. Each day we will take up some different legend of how this form came about and also see a verse and the meaning and then meditate. So today one legend I will explain is about Bhringi Rishi. So Bhringi Rishi is a great devotee of Bhagwan Shiva. And Bhringi Rishi is so single pointed in his devotion to Bhagwan Shiva that he will worship only Bhagwan Shiva. Nobody else he will worship. So even when he goes to when he goes to Kailas, what happens? He only worships Bhagwan Shiva. Mother Parvati is there. He won't worship her. For him, Shiva is supreme and Shiva alone is the truth. He will worship only Bhagwan Shiva. Imagine he goes to Kailas, Mother Parvati is sitting there, but he will go offer flowers, do pranam, do whatever singing of the glories of Bhagwan, everything only for Bhagwan Shiva. He will not bother about Mother Parvati. So Mother Parvati got upset. I mean, what is this? What kind of a devotee he is, and he completely ignores me. And so he, what did she do? She cursed him. She said, "You will lose all your flesh and blood and all that, and you will become very, very thin because you are insulting me." So he became like that, very weak. He couldn't stand also. When flesh is not there, he has become so thin, emaciated like that. Bhagwan Shiva saw, okay, what is this now? There's such a nice devotee of mine, and now he is in this condition. And he's not able to stand also. So Bhagwan gave him a third leg. Now he is able to stand. Now Mother Parvati saw, okay, what did I do? Unnecessary, I felt insulted, and now I have hurt the devotee of Bhagwan. So she repented and she started doing tapasya. And Bhagwan also felt, okay, now she has understood. Let us, you know, forgive. So her tapasya is successful. He forgives her, and they take one rupa. So where he unites with her, and this Ardhanarishwara rupa Bhagwan takes. Now think about Bhringi Rishi. Bhringi Rishi says, "Acha, now Bhagwan has become one with his Shakti. So Shiva and Shakti have united in a form. Now what to do? Is Bhringi Rishi takes the form of a bee, and the navel which is there, he goes in through the navel and he circumambulates only Bhagwan Shiva's form." The story sounds very funny to us because he is very resolute in his thinking, I will worship only Bhagwan Shiva. So he goes through the navel in between and circumambulates only Shivji, and he comes out, and Mother Parvati is smiling away saying, look at his Leela also, Bhagwan's Leela. And see the devotee's single pointedness. He says, I will worship only Shiva means I will worship only Shiva, come what may. So this is one legend that is given, that Bhagwan united in this form, that the devotee, ideally the devotee should worship both. And actually if we see, Shiva himself includes Shakti. Without Shakti, Shiva can't even take a form. But this story is also to highlight the single pointed devotion of Bhringi Rishi. Bhagwan's compassion also, and then Bhagwan appearing in the form of Ardhanarishwara to teach the devotee that Shiva and Shakti are one. And then devotee also is thinking that No, no, Shiva is very dear to me. There is exclusive devotion for Shiva. And so this is one legend, and beautifully it shows Ananya Bhav. This is not about ego, fanaticism. It is also one way to say ki if I love this particular form of Bhagwan, I love this particular form, and then I am single pointedly devoted to that form of Bhagwan. Both of them are pleased in that sense because in the truth there is whichever form if it exists, the form itself means there is a combination of Shiva and Shakti. Specifically, Bhagwan makes that he appears as Ardhanarishwara Rupa. So that is a Leela also that happens that because of this, Bhagwan comes in this unique form of Ardhanarishwara. Half is Shiva, half is Shakti. So this is one legend, and we will now just see the first verse. Shankaracharya ji wrote this beautiful definition. चाम्पेय गौरार्ध शरीर कायै कर्पूर गौरार्ध शरीर काय धीमिल्लिकायै च जटाधराय नमः शिवायै च नमः शिवाय. So Namah Shivayai. Shiva, if we say, it means Mother Parvati. Shiva means Bhagavan Shiva. In Sanskrit, that Akaranta is a Strilinga. That's why Krishna, if you say, it means Draupadi. And Krishna is Bhagavan Krishna. So when we say Om Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, it is Krishna Sharanam Mama. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Or we say Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. That Visarga becomes one more Shah. Then it means I take refuge of Bhagavan Krishna. If you say Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, you may intend to say ki I take refuge of Bhagavan Krishna, but Sanskrit pronunciation wise, you are saying I take refuge of Draupadi. So when he says here Namah Shivayai, Shiva is Mother Parvati. So salutations to Mother Parvati and Namah Shivaya, salutations to Bhagavan Shiva. Who are they in this Ardhanarishwara Rupa? So Champeya Gaurardha Sharira Kayai. One whose body shines like is bright, Gaura, like the Champeya Gaurardha Sharirakai, one whose body is like the molten gold. So there is another legend for this, and that legend is once Bhagwan Shiva just simply commented on Mother Parvati as Kali because she is dark in complexion. He commented, "You are Kali." Now she felt, why is he saying I am Kali? I don't want to be Kali. She went and started doing tapasya to please Brahmaji. And then Brahmaji blesses her with a golden complexion. And Bhagwan Shiva also sees that she has unnecessarily taken this to her heart. And now she is feeling that black is, as though inferior. And now she went and did tapasya. Why did she misunderstand? And so when Brahmaji gave her that golden complexion, Shivji goes and again they unite. So again that one in many places you will see Ardhanarishwara Rupa, Mother Parvati's side will be golden in color and Bhagwan Shiva's side will be white in color. That is the first verse. Because the first verse says that Champeya Gaurardha Sharira Kayai and Karpura Gaurardha Sharira Kaya. One who has the Karpura Gaura, white color. So golden complexion and white color. Please again remember, black color by itself has nothing, no problem at all. It is Prakriti. And sattva, rajas, tamas, we personify. White color is sattva, red color is rajas, black color is tamas. And by the way, the deity in charge of destruction or tamas is Bhagavan Shiva, and that is represented with black color. So we don't have a bias against the color. Again, one should not think that Hare Shivji himself is, making fun of Parvati. You are black in color. Not There's no such racism again here. The point is only to say ki this is what Mother Parvati felt, and again this is one Leela where Bhagwan appears in a very unique form for the devotee, where one half is golden, one half is white. We also understand that what is gold in that sense. When we say gold, it is a noble metal, and it doesn't get mixed with others so easily. And so the idea here is what Prakriti, the symbolism of the Prakriti. In Prakriti, we find a lot of vikar happens, change happens, modification happens, but that Prakriti is the Shakti of Bhagwan himself. And that Shakti is infinite, is most, mm, it is a compassion of Bhagwan also that the whole Srishti happens through the Shakti. And it is that, there's a certain royalness which is attributed to gold. So it is the royal power of Bhagwan. That's what I mean, royal power. Like in the Gita, Bhagwan says, no, Raja Vidya, Raja Guhyam, royal knowledge and Raja Vidya, royal secret. So Prakriti is that if Bhagwan is the king or we say the whole, the creator, then the Shakti of his, the king Shakti is royal Shakti. So it's like that. So Shakti is golden and Shiva is white in color. We also see, in Bharatiya Sabhyata, that is what we see, that the ornaments and the gold and various precious necklaces, rings, all that, so many of that, generally the woman will wear. Man will wear a few things, but it is the woman who decorates so much and is very, uh, in some places it is also the duty. So the man lives in a simple way and provides so much more. So one is this, the golden complexion, indicating the royalness of Bhagwan's power. And second is Bhagwan is Karpura Gaura, symbolic of complete purity. White color is what splits into seven colors and the Srishti, you see the spectrum, etc. So that one half is white is symbolic of Brahman, other is golden is symbolic of all the various um, aspects of Prakriti. So duality and non-duality, Brahman and his power, Maya, coming together. So Champeya Gaurardha Sharirakayai, Karpura Gaurardha Sharirakaya, Dhimillikayai cha Jatadharaya, Dhimillikayai. So her hair is beautifully, combed, maintained nicely. Bhagwan, his hair is Jata. He is meditating for many, many years, no body consciousness. So the Jata is symbolic of tapasya. So we need combination of both in our life. We need to have a certain level of anchoring through tapasya, through our sadhana, as well as one should take care. Body is a good equipment meant for sadhana. We can't just keep on pampering the body, nor can we just ignore the body completely. We need both. Take care of the body for what? Do the sadhana to realize the Shiva Tattva. So one half is beautifully maintained by Mother Parvati, the other is Bhagwan is lost in his thinking, in contemplation, and so the long jata has happened. matted also, and there's Bilvapatra, snakes, and Ganga, and so many things on his jata. Jata is symbolic of no body identification. And the same hair, you think of it, the same hair, it depends on our attitude. If one thinks that, oh, this hair beautifies me, and people get so psyched up with that, first hair which comes, which is white, then one says, oh, I'm becoming old. Then that is body identification. If I'm defining myself through the hair and the color of the hair and then the style of the hair and how much one spends for all that, if one wants to do that is one's choice. But the same hair can represent body identification and the same is no body identification. It keeps growing because that's a body's nature. It will keep on growing. Who bothers about it? One is lost in contemplation. So combination of this is required. Take care of the BMI, do the sadhana, realize the truth. So today we will meditate. So salutations to that Bhagwan, Shiva and Mother Parvati who are in this Ardhanarishwara Rupa. So we will meditate on this particular form. If you require a form, this is the form that you can keep in the mind. One half is Shivji, the right half, and the left half is Mother Parvati. Sit erect, the head, the neck, and the spine in a straight line. Close your eyes gently. Relax the shoulders. Let your hands be in your lap, palms facing the sky. Come to a comfortable posture without any strain in any part of the body. Let there be a gentle smile on your face. Thank Bhagwan. Invoke gratitude in your heart for all the blessings and the challenges that you have in life. Thank Bhagwan for this human body, which is one of the best means to realize the truth, and which is not very easy to get. May we maintain this human body, not be attached to it. May we use it for our sadhana. Right here in our heart, Bhagwan is there. Maybe realize his presence as consciousness. Suggest to the mind that for the next 20 minutes I am steady and still without any movements. For the next 20 minutes I am steady and still without any movements. I am alert, awake, and quiet. I am alert, awake, and quiet. I am only a seeker or a devotee, and my goal is self realization. I am only a seeker or a devotee, and my goal is self realization. Relax the body with some deep breathing. As we say She, take a slow, steady, and deep breath and feel that your body is filled with light and energy. And as we say Va, exhale slowly, steadily, and completely. Let the light go out through your hands and your feet, and let go of any stress or strain. Exhale all the air. Breathe. Breathe. Continue to breathe at your own pace. The space between the two eyebrows or in your heart, visualize a circle of white light and invoke the auspicious form of your Sadguru or Bhagwan. Feel that you are in front of your Sadguru. Folded hands seeking the grace and the blessings of the Sadguru. With all devotion, we chant Guru Brahma Vishnu Gurudev Ishvaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Offer some flowers at the feet of your Sadguru. Perform a pradakshina. Come to prostrate in front of the Sadguru. May the grace and the blessings of the Sadguru be with us. To rise from Prakriti to realize the Purusha. Repose the form of the Sadguru back into your heart. Invoke the auspicious form of Bhagwan Ardhanarishwara. The right half is Bhagwan Shiva with the Jata, crescent moon, Tripundra or three lines or bhasma on the forehead, beautiful lotus-like eye, earrings, blue neck, snake on the around the neck, Rudraksha malas on his chest, wearing a elephant skin, putting on a tiger skin, holding a trishul and a damru in his right hand, and the other right hand is blessing us. There are Rudraksha malas on his arm, on his wrists. There is Nandi besides Bhagwan. The left half is Mother Parvati, the beautiful golden crown, studded with various gems. precious stones, diamonds. He also has the second half of the third eye, beautiful lotus-like eyes, well groomed, long hair. There are golden necklaces around her neck. There is a red sari that she is wearing. There's a beautiful garland around her neck, fresh flowers. She holds lotuses in both her hands. There is a blue waistband. The blouse she is wearing is blue in color with golden borders. There are ornaments, bangles, golden bracelets on her wrists. Her Vahana is the tiger who is on her left side. The most auspicious form of Bhagwan Ardhanarishwara. We will invoke this form with the first verse. Champeya Gaura Sharirakaye Karpura Gaura Sharirakaaya Himilikaye Chajatadharaya Namah Shivaya Cha Namah Shivaya Shivaya Cha Namah Shivaya. Salutations to Bhagwan who is in the Ardhanarishwara Rupa. Salutations to Mother Parvati who has a golden complexion and who is having very beautifully groomed hair. Salutations to Bhagwan Shiva who is white in color and who has long matted hair. Keeping this form in the mind, we will chant the mantra Ardhanarishwaraya Namaha. Chant 21 times. Om Ardhanarishwaraय Namaha. Om Ardhanarishwaraya 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 Namaha. Continue mentally. May Bhagwan Ardhanarishwara bless us with purity of mind, and may we know that all the powers that we have are royal powers. They belong to Bhagwan, and may we use them in service of Bhagwan. May we take care of the body at the same time. May we also do tapasya with the body so that we rise beyond body identification. Infinite consciousness is my true nature. Satchidananda Brahma is my true nature. May there be no gender discrimination in our life. May we treat everyone equally, respecting each one's uniqueness. May we realize the divinity that is same in all of us. Offer some flowers to Bhagavan Ardhanarishwara. Perform a pradakshina of Bhagavan Ardhanarishwara straight in front of Bhagavan. Feel that the right hand of Bhagavan Shiva and the left hand of Mother Parvati, who is holding a lotus. Both the hands are on your head, and the grace of both Shiva and Shakti pervade your entire being. Repose the form back into your heart. It is just a mental visualization where we invoke the form from our heart, send the form back into the heart. The bhavana is Bhagavan is in our heart. Be aware of your breath. Be aware of the body. Be aware of the happenings around you. We pray for everyone's well-being. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Sarve Santu Niramayah. सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा मृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति। हरिः ओम् श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम् rub your palms gently, place them on the face and open your eyes. Yes, any questions?
Hari Om Swamiji.
Yes, Hariom.
Yesterday, due to my health, I couldn't join. But if you remember, day before yesterday, I had a query that why Shivji is wearing these animals skins and different places, different skins. What is the significant? And you told that you will explain tomorrow, means yesterday, but I wasn't there. And today also I joined, but my health issues, you are aware of that. So was that, had you explained it, or otherwise, if it is recorded, can you just put it on the group or something? Just a request.
So I've already explained yesterday, and I've
Mm.
shared the link of the playlist already on the group. Every day's recording I'm not going to share. So you please go on to that link of YouTube playlist, and the recording will be there. You can listen to that happily. It is in the guided meditation portion I have explained. Somebody's iPhone. Can you please write your names, please?
My name is Jolly.
Haan ji.
Sorry. Namaskar, Hari Om, Swamiji. See, you said after the prayer to do the parikrama, isn't it, of Shivji and
Production.
Parvati?
Production.
Pradakshina, Pradakshina. So I just want to know, Pradakshina is the same as parikrama?
Yeah, so one says parikrama when we walk and do around the river, or we do around sometimes a tree or a hill.
Hmm. Hmm.
Pradakshina generally we refer to specifically Bhagwan.
Okay, I have one question.
Hmm.
If you have to do pradakshina, Shivji, we cannot do a complete pradakshina, isn't it? But Parvati, we are doing the complete pradakshina. So if we have to do it, how will we do it
See
when we
the
are together?
Yeah, so we have to understand the reasoning. It is not that Shivji we cannot do the pradakshina. When there is a Shiva Linga
Mm,
and the Shiva Linga Abhishek is happening, then the water when it flows out,
okay,
that we don't cross.
all right.
If it is on the Pradakshina path.
Mm-hmm.
And generally in some of the temples, on the Pradakshina path, the water will come out.
Mm-hmm.
So the Pradakshina will happen when you go up to the yoni, then again you come back and again you go like this up to the yoni this side, and then you
Yeah,
come.
yeah.
But that is only if the water is coming on the way.
Okay.
In many temples where the water is not coming on the way, and you are not going to step into that water or cross that water, then the full Pradakshina is done. If you see in the
Okay.
Jagdishwar Mandir at Powai or many other South Indian temples also,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Pradakshina happens fully.
yeah.
So this is not a blanket rule कि शिव जी का प्रदक्षिणा full नहीं हो सकता है. It is not like that. It is where the linga is there and Abhishek water is being offered, then that is sacred water that you don't cross. It's the
Okay.
only symbolism. Otherwise, you can do full. And mentally, when we are doing only of Shivji and Mother Parvati.
Mother
Full,
Parvati, yeah, yeah.
no problem.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you so much. Hari
Yeah.
Om.
Please ask the question raising your hand, because then yes, in the chat, there's so many messages come, one has to keep scrolling. So you raise your hand and ask the question. Ji.
Hari Om, Swamiji. Swamiji, what is the significance of pouring milk on Shivling?
See, Abhisheka is done of Bhagwan Shiva. The bhavana is the milk, how it pervades the linga. Same way the mind, let it pervade Bhagwan. Now there are different things that the Puranas will explain. Which offering blesses the devotee with what particular result. So that list one has to see. Milk will bless you with this, and then the honey will bless with this, and then the curd will bless with this, and then the ghee and all that one full description will be given. For Sakama Puja, then that is what people do depending on what desire they want fulfilled or what dosha they want to get removed. Then they will offer those specific things to Bhagavan. From Vedantic standpoint, it is that bhavana is just like the dravya that we offer pervades the linga. Linga, yesterday as we spoke about it, linga also means our subtle body.
Yes.
So the bhavana is that my subtle body be pervaded by the thoughts of the divine. Tanme manaha Shiva sankalpam astu. So for the seeker who wants to realize oneness with Bhagavan, now that is the main thing. And lastly, the devotee offers what the devotee can as per their Shakti, as per their Shraddha Bhakti. So some will offer water only, some can offer milk, costly it is. Sometimes one offers various things, some ghee is offered, sugarcane juice is offered, the lemon water is offered, bhasma is offered, different things offered as per the Shakti of the devotee one is offering. If one is able to have, lot of prosperity, etc., one is able to offer so many dravyas, then one is offering that much also. So it depends on the devotee. This is what the scripture says. Now there will be some people who will also explain some other things just to make it appealing scientifically, etc. How true that is, I don't know. Scientifically, I have not verified. Where one will say that when we offer all this, then it will ensure that the stone does not crack. So I don't know the scientific reason whether it will crack or not crack, and whether this really will affect that stone because it has that, the milk and the ghee and the curd and all that will have a certain level of whatever they say. I don't remember the word now, scientific term for it. It will prevent that stone from cracking. So that is one reason that people say. But see, we should remember that all explanation we are trying to give now, nothing wrong with giving that kind of an explanation as we discover more scientific facts. But the Shastra is doing this not out of that kind of a thinking, and it is not that they knew certain things like that and so they incorporated it, and now we are discovering the truth. We are discovering truth in our way to make it appealing so that we follow it with certain meaning and purpose. They offered it with clear bhakti ki bhai we are offering this to Bhagwan. They are not thinking of anything else. That's what the Puranas, etc., when they speak about it, the devotional standpoint is there, symbolic standpoint of Jnanam is there. And the idea is to lose one's ego, to surrender, to seek blessings from Bhagwan, fulfill desires, and rise above desires. That's the main purpose there. Baki other things we can try to explain so that it is appealing to different levels of people.
Got it. Thank you so much, Swamiji. Pranam.
Usha ji.
हाँ जी। नमस्कार, प्रणाम। मैं ये पूछना चाहती हूँ कि अपनी बॉडी से अटैच हुए बिना हम कैसे उसकी केयर कर सकते हैं?
अटैच हुए बिना तो केयर कर ही सकते हैं ना हम। बहुत सारी चीजों का हम करते हैं ना। आपके घर का आप केयर करते हैं, आपके मोबाइल फोन का, आपके बेडरूम का, जो भी है आपके पास, कार का। अटैच हुए बिना केयर तो हो ही सकती है। केयरिंग के लिए अटैचमेंट की कोई जरूरत नहीं होती। वी टेक केयर ऑफ मेनी थिंग्स। नया फोन आता है तो बहुत अटैचमेंट होती है, नया फोन नया फोन नया फोन, उसके बाद वो अटैचमेंट छूट जाती है ना। बट स्टिल आई केयर फॉर माई फोन, आई डोंट अलाउ इट टू फॉल, और कहीं गिरता नहीं, उसको पानी में नहीं डालते, ध्यान तो रखते ही है ना। ध्यान रखने के लिए कोई आसक्ति की जरूरत नहीं होती है।
अच्छा।
आसक्ति का अर्थ क्या होता है कि उसके बिना मैं जी नहीं सकता, या उसके बिना मैं सुखी नहीं रह सकता, या उससे इतना तादाद में हो गया है कि उसका सुख दुख मेरा सुख दुख बन गया है। तो शरीर तो एक माध्यम है, उसका जो भाव है वो मेरा भाव होना जरूरी नहीं है। जैसे फोन एक माध्यम है कम्युनिकेशन के लिए, शरीर एक माध्यम है सृष्टि में जो भी हो रहा है उसको अनुभव करने के लिए, लेकिन मैं वो शरीर नहीं हूँ। मेरे
अच्छा।
पास एक शरीर है, ये भावना होनी चाहिए। तो मेरे पास एक शरीर है, जिस तरह मेरे पास एक वाटर बॉटल है, कंप्यूटर है, फोन है, बैग है, उनका मैं ध्यान रखता हूँ, उसी तरह मैं शरीर का भी ध्यान रखता हूँ। उसको ठीक से खाना दे दो, सुला दो, उसको अच्छे से एक्सरसाइज करा दो, और
हम्म।
दांत पे साफ रखो, बस। उससे ज्यादा क्या करना है।
अच्छा, धन्यवाद।
अनदर आईफोन हैज मैसेज। अरे आईफोन बहुत सारे सवाल पूछते हैं, लोग नहीं है इसमें, आईफोन ही पूछ रहे हैं सब। आईफोन पूछ रहा है यहाँ पे कि कैन यू गिव अ ब्रीफ ऑन हाउ टू फास्ट ऑन श्रावण मंडेज। उपवास जो होता है, फॉर फास्टिंग व्हेन वी डू, आइडियल फास्टिंग इज विथ वाटर अलोन। If with water alone is not possible, then you do with falahar one time, fruits, milk. If that is also difficult, then you eat one time cooked food. Avoid cereal if you can. That's the way generally the fasting will be done. Water or with fruits and milk or one time food. Beyond that is not called fasting. It is feasting only. 3 times a day I'm eating Rajagraka, halwa and shira and puri and whatnot. That is not fasting. Last question for today. Mangesh.
Hari Om Guruji. I just want to know, like, japa mala and mala that we can wear can be same or it has to be different.
No, different. Ideally, it is supposed to be different. The reason is Japamala should be preserved, or not preserved, protected. That's the word. Japamala should be protected, and generally one keeps it in the Gomukhi only.
Hmm.
Avoid dust and many other things, as well as the people seeing it. So one does it with the Gomukhi. The mala is done and kept inside, and you clean it. The mala which we wear is generally worn on the body actually, and so it will touch the body, and that will create, for the body, it will create a good aura also around, and it will help the person in a certain way. But obviously, the body also has certain impurities and sweat and all that, so the body, the mala will become impure, and so that mala has to be worn and kept separately. And you wash that mala regularly, and the japamala has to be kept separately. Ideally, that is what is to be done, because sometimes wearing the mala, etc., one is going to so many different places also, which is why japamala has to be protected.
Hmm.
Preserve the energy, because when the japa is being done, energy is generated and it will get, the mala absorbs the energy. So you protect and preserve that energy, it will be helpful. So that's why advice is to separate them, don't mix them.
Understood. Thank you.
All right, if there are any more questions, we will take it up tomorrow. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.